Hi, I'm Amanda Mix. I'm a student at Wellesley High School in the intensive class, and this is one of my pieces of art. I think it's my favorite because it originated from my twin brother, who's also here. He might get interviewed. He's in like a sweater over there. He was making this bowl and it collapsed, and so he just kind of put it in front of me and said, "Do something with this." So I just made it into a banana, and I added some things on it, and I don't know, I really like how it turned out, I guess. So it's one of my favorites because it's a little bit of me and a little bit of him.
So my piece is a vase that I made that I drew my old house on it from where I used to live in Wisconsin, and it was for an identity piece, and I thought that moving was a really big part of my identity, so I thought that drawing my old house would kind of symbolize that.
Nice work, Sarah. Mine is like a coral reef jar, and this was supposed to be like my showstopper piece for the term. I was gonna make a teapot, but then I no longer liked that idea, so I kind of pivoted, and I made a lot of other ocean-themed stuff this year. And I recycled a bunch of porcelain, so I kind of wanted to use something which would like make it shine. So everything's raw, which I feel like highlights the clay, which is kind of nice.
Hi, my name is Ellery Francisini. I'm a senior at Wellesley High School, and this is a turtle I made about a prompt about identity. It took me a whole quarter to complete, and it's a hand building, which I had never done before. So I made a cardboard shell for the inside to have the structure, and then I put clay over it, and I rolled out clay, and that's the body, and then I attached a shell on top and carved into it in order to make the texture. And then I glazed it. There were some cracks here that I put gold foil on, or gold leaf, to make, and that's why the gold is here. It's actually highlighting the cracks, which were unintentional but ended up being one of my favorite parts of the piece. And I'm really happy with it. It took a long time. Hand building was something I had never done before, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm glad that I got to make it.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Liu. I'm a senior at Wellesley High School, and my two bottles are inspired by bouquets of flowers. And they have these two little handles on the sides that kind of make it look like someone's being a little bit sassy and they're turning to the side and cocking their head a little bit, because that's apparently one of my personality traits, is that I'm a little bit like spunky. So I made these both on the wheel, and then I added on the handle and flowers separately through hand building, and it's all over glaze. And then I made a couple teacups too. All of them are also wheel thrown, and they are kind of inspired by like the minimalistic kind of, I guess, rural beige look that people go for. It's like a little bit rustic.
My name is Brian. I made this bowl. It's one of my favorite bowls I've made. I'm a big fan of making bowls in Miss Larson's class, so I'm really proud of this one. It's one of the biggest I've made. I found 4 different Celadon glazes in the class that were darker colored, and I decided, I wonder what they would look like if they all clashed together. No one's ever really done that in our class before, so I was just like, might as well just try it, and it worked out pretty well. The way they overlap and the way they like contrast with each other, I think it's pretty cool, so I'm pretty proud of it.
Okay, hi, my name is Neta. This is my piece. It's my identity piece, and this piece represents me because something that is really important to me is letters that people write to me. And so I decided to make a big piece with 3 envelopes, and then on it I printed pictures of cards people have written me and the words on the cards. And so I printed them out, cut them, and then put them all over.
Lastly, I want to talk about Varsity Ceramics. So when students come to the high school and take my beginning class on back to school night, I talk about how I was a softball and a soccer coach in Wellesley Public Schools until I had my own children. Now I coach ceramics, and I coach 4th grade soccer. So I truly feel like I am a coach for all of these students. I'm helping them to just guide their creative choices and find their path within a prompt that I give. And as we move from intro to intermediate or advanced into intensive, their choices, they have more freedom and flexibility with what they create. So they are now part of the varsity squad. This is why we got team gear earlier this year, Varsity Ceramics. We had our game under the lights. I invited them on back to school night to come in. I bought them pizza and turned the lights on. And this is our end of year big game performance. So just like with all varsity sports, everyone gets a varsity pin. So this is so when I call your name, please come up so I can give you your varsity pin. So I throw little pins for everybody. Okay, so Melinda. Sophia. I tried to get the actual letters from John Brown, and he told me that I was pushing it for the varsity thing. Ellery. I know, our teacher athlete here. Alexandra. Sarah. Amanda. Ryan. Yeah, of course. Colton. The hardest thing is me throwing all of these without any of the intensive students seeing me do it. Bridget. Neta. Simone. Lucy. Valet. And we have one artist missing, but we will recognize her anyways, Lucy S. So, thank you all so much. The program wouldn't be the same without all of you, so keep on creating. Thank you.
And I'm going to interrupt for just a second, not to embarrass Miss Elizabeth, my good friend, but what you all probably don't realize is when she came from the middle school to the ceramics department, there was a ceramics course. And all she did was throw bowls. And you did that for 4 years. You got really good at bowls, but that's what it was. And now we have 4 different ceramic classes. We have intensive. It's been amazing to see how she's transformed it into this amazing, nationally awarded program. So we all